This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good afternoon, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for August 4, 2023. And in the news this afternoon, trial postponed for man caught with a card machine. The trial for a Kingston resident who was allegedly found in unlawful possession of a card machine failed to get underway in the St. James Parish Court on Wednesday. The man has been identified as Dimitri French. According to the prosecution, on June 28, security personnel at a hotel in Rose Hall, St. James, reportedly spotted French on the property and called the police after discovering he was not a guest there. A black knapsack French had in his possession was reportedly found to contain a card machine he couldn't properly account for. He was subsequently charged with unlawful possession of property and criminal trespassing. The prosecution said that despite the fact that the court had previously been told that no further statements were required, they are awaiting 2 statements. Additionally, French has not yet settled his legal representation. He told the court that his lawyer was attorney at law Chuma Paris, but the record does not show that Paris officially appeared for the accused man. French was then asked if he wanted the court to assign him a lawyer, but he refused, stating that he would hire his own. A new hearing date was then set for August 23, and the French was remanded in police custody. No one had come forward to bail him. On July 14, his bail was set at $200,000. Men accused of killing suspected goat thief in mob attack get bail. 2 men accused of being part of last month's mob killing of an alleged goat thief in Old Harbour, St. Catherine, were yesterday offered $500,000 bail each when they appeared in the Spanish Town Parish Court. Jamroy Smith, otherwise called Al, and Rasheen Freeman, otherwise known as Dada, of North Street, Old Harbour, St. Catherine, were offered bail on charges of murder and conspiracy. They were given reporting conditions. The duo were charged in connection with the mob killing of Jason Davis, otherwise called Toby, and Kevin, a laborer of Boodle's Crescent, Old Harbour. Allegations are that they were among other men who were seen by an eyewitness chasing, beating, and chopping Davis to death after he was accused of predial larceny. However, during the bail hearing yesterday, their lawyers raised the issues of credibility and identification. Attorney at law Kemar Robinson, who is representing Freeman, submitted that his client was wrongly accused, while Smith's lawyer Akeem Harris told the judge that his client was present on the day of the incident, but he was never involved in the fatal attack. Smith had given the police a statement in which he indicated that Davis had chopped wounds in his head and on his hand, and that he was admitted for 7 days after he was taken to the hospital. Both lawyers also submitted that their clients had cooperated with the police and were not a flight risk, noting that they surrendered to the police after hearing that they were suspects. They both complied with the police's investigation and denied any involvement in Davis's death, the lawyers stated. The matter will next be mentioned on September 13. Search on for hotel worker accused of raping American visitor. The Area 2 police have launched a search for a hotel employee accused of raping an American visitor. The incident happened Wednesday in St. Mary sometime after 6 a.m. The news was informed that the 24-year-old American, who is a marketing officer of Oakland, California, went to a party with a hotel worker somewhere between St. Anne and St. Mary. It is alleged that while returning from the party, the suspect had sexual intercourse with her against her will inside his car. The American was taken to a hospital where she was medically examined. A senior investigator told the news that the cops have been searching for the hotel employee, but he remains at large. Man ordered to get counseling after spitting on mother of his children. A man who is accused of spitting on the mother of his children was ordered to attend counseling sessions when he appeared in the St. James Parish Court on Wednesday. Clive Hall appeared before presiding parish judge Sasha Marie Smith Ashley and was charged with a common assault. According to court documents, the complainant was walking on Cottage Road on July 13 when Hall drove up, stopped beside her, and said something to her. He then parked his car, approached her, pulled the cap she was wearing from her head and commented that he was the one who bought it. The complainant crossed the street and he pursued her, then she felt a liquid on her neck. She asked Hall if he had spat on her, to which he replied, "Yes, so what are you going to do? Would you like to sit down with a mediator and discuss the issue?" The judge asked the complainant after hearing the allegations. "No, Your Honor," the complainant replied. "Why is that?" Smith Ashley asked. "He constantly stalks me and mentally and physically abuses me. I am sick and tired of him. He verbally abuses me everywhere he sees me. He can tell whenever I leave or come to my house, when I eat or sleep, and what I do in my house," the complainant said, adding that she had obtained a restraining order against Hall in family court, where they also have pending matters. "Mr. Hall, are you guilty for common assault, sir?" Smith Ashley asked the accused. "I am not guilty, Your Honor," Hall replied. "Did you spit on her?" the judge then asked. "No, Your Honor," Hall responded. Hall then gave the judge his side of the story. According to him, the complainant had on several occasions locked the 3 children alone in the house from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m., and she sometimes leave them in the house and go to dance. He added that when he confronted her about it, she became aggressive and attempted to fight him. "I even had to report her to the police. She assaulted me on more than one occasion. She threw hot porridge in my face, broke my finger, and assaulted me across the street one day," Hall told the judge. After hearing from both the parties, the judge referred the pair to the probation office for counseling before rescheduling the case for September 15. Hall's bail was extended. Man accused of stealing motor vehicle from St. James businessman remanded. A man accused of stealing a motor vehicle from a Montego Bay businessman was remanded in custody when he appeared in the St. James Parish Court on Wednesday. Fidel Ferguson is charged with larceny of a motor vehicle and receiving stolen property. According to the allegations, about 6:30 a.m. on July 18, the complainant awoke to find his 2015 Toyota Axio missing from his driveway at Bogue Village in Montego Bay, St. James. He was able to track the vehicle to the Spot Valley area of the parish using the tracking device. However, when he arrived at the Spot Valley, he didn't see the car, but he did see some of his belongings. He further tracked the car and found that it was in the Greenwood area. The complainant sought the assistance of an officer he was familiar with, who met him in Greenwood. They went to a bushy area where the complainant identified his vehicle. The off-duty officer received information which led them to a location a few meters away from the complainant's vehicle. They noticed the accused and another man in a white Nissan car. Another white Nissan with no registration plate was also seen in the same area. As the officer ordered the men to exit the vehicle, a man known as Blacks was seen running from a house near where the vehicles were parked. He then hid in nearby bushes. Upon inspection of the complainant's car and the other 2 vehicles, it was discovered that the ignitions had been completely removed from all 3 vehicles. The complainant later discovered other items belonging to him in the house from where the man had fled. Under caution, Ferguson reportedly said, "Officer, I have to talk to Blacks about this because he is the one who causes me to be here." When presiding Judge Sasha Marie Smith Ashley inquired about the other man in the vehicle, the clerk of court informed her that the man, who is from Clarendon, was taken into custody and was later released. The reason for his release was unclear. The clerk of court went on to say that Ferguson, having found himself in the area where the 3 vehicles were found, has some knowledge of how the vehicles got there, given that he mentioned Blacks being the one who got him there. The court also heard that Ferguson hasn't been charged in relation to the car he was discovered in and will appear in the Trelawney Parish Court on August 9. "Mr. Ferguson, are you guilty or not guilty for stealing the car?" the judge asked the accused man. "Not guilty, Your Honor," Ferguson declared. "Are you guilty for receiving?" the judge then asked. He also stated that he was not guilty. In terms of the file's completion, the clerk disclosed that a further statement from the investigating officer and the scene of crime are still outstanding. She added that swabs for DNA and the fingerprints had been taken and that they were awaiting the results, noting that they needed some time to complete the file. Ferguson was remanded in custody until September 26, after Smith Ashley told him he was not a suitable candidate for bail and ordered a legal aid assignment. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.